Hello out there. Thank you for watching my video today on graphing parabolas. It's our second conic section. After we did circles before, now we're going to focus on parabolas. Okay, so first of all, some new vocab with parabolas. A parabola is a set of all points in the plane that are the same distance from a given point, which we call the focus, and a given line, which we call the directrix. The point on the parabola that's halfway between those two is called the vertex. So here's what they're all going to look like on a graph. Here's our actual parabola. The point here is the vertex. This is the focus. And this is the directrix. And the point that cuts the parabola in half is called your axis of symmetry. Parabolas will come in two forms, horizontal or vertical. So if we can make it to the form of y equals, basically if x is squared, okay, this is going to be a vertical parabola. So it's going to open up if p is greater than 0 here, or down if p is less than 0 here. P is here. If it's in the form of y squared, it's going to open left or right. If p is greater than 0, it'll open right. If p is less than 0, it'll open left. Okay, what is p? P is the distance between the vertex and the focus. It's also the distance between the vertex and the directrix. Important note, h comma k is your vertex. All right, let's take a look at a couple examples. Identify the vertex, focus, directrix, axis of symmetry, and then graph using at least 5 points. So first off, this is an x squared, so I'm going to solve this for y by dividing by 8 and adding the 3 over. Okay, now if you need to do that in a couple steps, by all means do so. But if you can do it in one step like this, that's great. Okay, so remember this is 1 over 4p is equal to 1 over 8. So we should be able to see that pretty easily is p equals 2. Our vertex is 5, 3. Our focus is going to be 2 away from that. In what direction though? So since this is a y, it's going to open up or down. And since this is positive, it's opening up. So our focus is going to be 2 up from there, which would be 5, 5. And our directrix is going to be 2 down from there, but it's a line, so it's y equals 1. So we're looking at the y coordinates, 2 up for the focus, 2 down for the directrix. The axis of symmetry is just the x coordinate of the vertex. So let's plot everything we know. We know our vertex is at 5, 3. We know that our axis of symmetry is at x equals 5. Our directrix is at y equals 1. Those need to be dashed lines because they're not part of our graph. And we know that the focus is at 5, 5. There's the focus. All right, so now we need a few points. So pick some numbers that might work out nicely. Or how about 7? If you put 7 in there, you should get 7 minus 5, which is 2. Squared is 4. 4 eighths is 1/2. Plus 3 is 3.5. So 7, 3.5. And that also means 3, 3.5 is also on there. And then how about 9? 9 minus 5 is 4. Squared is 16. Over 8 is 2. Plus 3 is 5. So 9, 5. And also means 1, 5. So now we can draw our parabola. Should look something like that. Second one, this is a y squared, so we know it's going to be a horizontally opening parabola. If I solve for x, I'm going to get x equals negative 1 over 4 y plus 3 squared plus 2. So negative 1 over 4 equals 1 over 4p. That means p is going to be negative 1. So my vertex is at 2, negative 3. 2, negative 3. My focus is going to be 1 away from that. So this is going to open to the left. So I'm going to move 1 to the left for my focus, and that would be 1, negative 3. and 1 to the right for my focus, so that would be x equals 3. My axis of symmetry is y equals negative 3. All right, so let's plot what we have. We have the vertex at 2, negative 3. The focus at 1, negative 3. My directrix at x equals 3. My axis of symmetry at y equals negative 3. And remember, those two lines need to be dashed. Okay, and then let's get some more points. So we're going to put y values in and get x values back. How about y equals negative 1? So that'd be 2 squared, which is 4, divided by negative 4 is negative 1, plus 2 is 1. So 1, negative 1. This also means 1, negative 5. All right, if you put y equals 1 in there, so y equals 1, you would get 4 squared, which is 16, over negative 4 is negative 4, plus 2 is negative 2. So negative 2, 1, which means negative 2, negative 7 is also there. So our graph should look something like that. Third one, this is an x squared, which means this is going to be a vertical parabola. So if I solve this for y, I get y equals negative 1/16 x plus 1 squared minus 3. So my vertex is at negative 1, negative 3. If I set this equal to 1 over 4p, I would get p equals negative 4. So we're going to open down here. So for my focus, I'm going to move 4 down, negative 1, negative 7. My directress, I'm going to move 4 up, so y equals positive 1. And my axis of symmetry is x equals negative 1. So what do we got? Negative 1, negative 3 is my vertex. Negative 1, negative 7 is my focus. Y equals 1 is my directrix. X equals negative 1 is my axis of symmetry. Let me just make those dashed. Plot some more points. So let's put x values in. That'll give us decent numbers here. How about if we put in 3? 3 plus 1 is 4. Squared is 16. Times negative 1/16 is negative 1. Minus 3 is negative 4. So 3, negative 4. Which also means negative 5, negative 4 would be on there. Another one, maybe let's put in 1. So 2 squared is 4. Negative 1/16 of that is negative 1/4. Minus 3 is negative 3 1/4, so negative 3.25. So 1, negative 3.25, and then negative 3, negative 3.25. It's going to be a nice and wide parabola here. Okay, and the last one. This is a y squared, so we know it's going to open horizontally. So if I solve this for x, I get x equals 1/12 y plus 2 squared plus 3. So my vertex is 3, negative 2. If I set this equal to 1 over 4p, I get p is 3. So we're opening to the right here, so I'm going to move 3 to the right for my focus, 3 to the left for my directrix. That's supposed to be x equals, by the way. And then my axis of symmetry is y equals, that's the y coordinate, negative 2. All right, so let's plot what we got here. 3, negative 2 is our vertex. 6, negative 2 is our focus. Directrix, which I had wrong there, That's not x equals 5, negative 5, I'm sorry. 3 to the left of that would be x equals 0. So my directrix should be x equals 0. Just notice that right now. And then y equals negative 2 is my axis of symmetry. Okay, make sure those are dashed lines. And let's pick out some y values to put in. How about 0? If I put 0 in, I would get 2 squared, which is 4, 1/12 of that, so it's 1/3 plus 3. So 3 1/3, comma 0. 3 1/3, comma 0, which means also 3 1/3, comma negative 4. And how about if we put in a 2 for y? So 2 plus 2 is 4, squared is 16. 16 over 12 is 4/3 plus 3, so it's 4 1/3. So 4 1/3, comma 2. So 4 1/3, comma negative 6 as well. And there's our parabola. Okay, that is it for our lesson on parabolas in coordinate plane. Thank you as always for watching the video today, and we'll see you soon.